Hi everyone, Leon here. Welcome back to my channel, the channel that inspires learning. In my previous video, I shared with you on the importance of making your product visible to the public and some considerations to take while making it visible to the public. If you haven't checked it out, do check it out here. It's golden. In this video, I'm going to share with you on the fifth principle, which is also one of the easiest principle to implement: practical value. Practical value or useful information gets shared more widely simply because they are news people can use. And it provides us with a simple and quick and easy way to help others out. By sharing information with the right people, it also strengthens our bonds with them. And it also provides us with a little bit of social currency because we feel good in sharing them. And therefore, the tendency for us to share practical value or useful information gets higher. One of the first things that come to mind about practical value is probably the saving of money. And it's not just about any kinds of savings, but rather good deals. So how do we define good deals? According to the author, he mentioned about this theory called the prospect theory by Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky. Now, one of the main principles of this theory is that people don't evaluate things based on absolute terms. People evaluate them relative to a comparison standard or a reference point. Therefore, a good deal may be something that has a discount that is far away from the reference point, right? For example, consider this two scenario where you want to buy a vacuum cleaner. In scenario A, you are at this shop and saw this ABC brand that you like very much and it's on sale. The original price is $350. Now marked down to $250. Will you buy or will you still look around? Now, consider scenario B. You are at the shop, saw the same ABC brand vacuum cleaner, like it very much, and it's on sale. The original price is $255 and now it's selling for $240. Will you buy or will you choose to look around again? If you are like most people, you would probably buy in scenario A and keep on looking in scenario B, because the reference point in scenario A is actually further, and this gives people a sense that they are having a good deal. Therefore, if you have been to a workshop or a seminar preview, they will usually set the reference point high by packaging in things like this and that, and then they will tell you all this are actually worth how much, which is at a high reference point. Then they will tell you this is what you're going to pay, which is marked down at a very much lower cost. And when you see that difference, it will seem like a remarkable deal to you. Sounds familiar? So, how far will this sale effect go? Marketing scientist Eric Anderson and Duncan Simster did an experiment with two groups of people, each group consisting of at least 50,000 people. And they were sent the same catalog with different versions to it. Okay, one version is with the pre-season sale printed on it, while the other version don't have. Guess which one did better? Of course, you would have guessed the one with the sale did better, right? Yes, it did better, 50% better. The catch is, the price in both catalogs are the same. Interesting, isn't it? However, the author also mentioned that putting something on sale may be a good deal, but if that something is always on sale, people will start to adjust their expectation. For example, when I was young, and even now I do see there are shops that are putting down closing down sale, right? I'm not sure if you can relate to that, but these closing down sales are always closing down. So they are closing down for a few months and a few years, and they are still closing down. So when people go there, it's actually they already have a price expectation in mind, and they're not really looking for exceptional sales or bargain buys, right? And they won't deliberately spread the news. Now, here's something interesting that the author shares with us on how to express our promotional offer to the public. Have you ever seen discounts in absolute terms as well as in percentages? Yes. And do you think that it is because of preference? Well, maybe yes, but there's a science to it, and it is called the rule of 100. It says anything that is below the value of 100, we express it in percentages. Everything that is above, we express it in absolute terms. Now, for example, if I'm selling shirts at $30 each, I have to say I have a discount today at 10% off all my shirts, instead of, well, you can have a discount of $3 off all my shirts. You see, even though both of them is the same, the 10% gives us an impression that it is more, right? Similar, for example, if I'm selling a laptop at $1,000 and I say, hey, today I'm having my laptops at 10% off. Or if I say, hey, today I'm selling my laptops at $100 off. Even though they are still the same, 100 looks much bigger than 10%, right? So this is the psychology behind the numbers. Therefore, if there's a need to report to your spouse on your monthly expenditure, you probably know what to say now, don't you? We've spent some time talking about money too now, but practical value involves more than just money. Useful information is another part of practical value as well. The author shared that areas relating to health and education are more frequently shared. And the most recent we encounter is COVID-19, right? And I'm sure most of us would have received or even shared useful information about COVID-19 in this period of time. For example, like how do you wear a mask properly, what to do, what not to do for COVID-19, how to manage stress and anxiety during this period of time, and so on, right? However, not all useful information are shared readily by people. It depends on two factors as mentioned by the author. One is on how the information is packaged. Consider this information being packaged into clear and short illustrations or videos, short videos, versus information that is like 10 to 20 pages long of writings. Which one will you share more? The answer is obvious, right? And second factor is the audience. The info that involves a larger audience may be shared more, but there are info that involve a smaller audience can be more viral, potentially more viral than the larger audience. The reason is because this information may make us think of someone, our friend, our family member, or someone close to us that we are compelled to share. And when that happens, it will do so for them as well, because since their community is small, they will know each other in certain communities, and this information will spread much more faster than the info that is related to a larger audience. Because for larger audience, I may think that it's so general that I can have the choice of sharing or not sharing, right? It's up to me. So that's why the audience is a key factor as well. People like to help one another, and by giving practical information, it's also a simple way to show we care. However, it's also because of this that the author cautioned that practical value could have a negative effect if we don't verify the information first before sharing. Like, I'm sure some of us would have received some fake news on COVID-19 and also shared them, right? We shared them not because we know it's fake news, right? We shared them because we thought it was real and we thought it could be helpful. That's why we shared. But the negative effect of this is it can cause chaos, and not just for COVID-19 situation, for other situations as well. Therefore, next time if we receive some practical information or practical value and feels like sharing it with others, I would suggest that we do our due diligence to verify the information first before sending it out. Okay? The next principle is story. I'll share with you how stories can give people an easy way to talk about your products or ideas. So hit the subscribe button or notification bell to be notified of my next release. In the meantime, do check out my learnings from books I've read like The 5 Love Languages and Start With Why. I hope this video has brought value to you. If you like this video, do subscribe to my YouTube channel for weekly updates on the learnings from books I've read in relationship, business, and personal development. Or share it with a friend you care about, because when you share, you're not just sharing a video, you're sharing content that could make a difference in people's lives. I thank you for watching, wish you well, and see you in the next video.